Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower. Modern Grower is your source for time and labor-saving farm tools, such as the Paper Pot Transplanter, Quick Click Seeder, and the Jang Direct Seeder. Turn laborsome tasks into free time with tools by Modern Grower. Knowing that a lot of businesses do struggle in this middle ground here, is there anything on your farm or within the current state of your business that has you worried or leery, or that you want to prop up or build up or reinforce? You mentioned like a lot of things are fixed. So lettuce you can grow, you've got that figured out. You're not worrying about, can we produce lettuce every week and supply customers at this point in your career? Those worries are gone. At this point, what are the worries on the farm?
That's also a good question. Worries on the farm are not so much about how things will get done, particularly this time of year because things are slowing down, but it's more like big picture stuff. I feel some pressure. So while we're receiving the most reward for our work put into the community now more than ever, in that a lot of the favors, or what you might think of as a favor or sort of work done on gratis, is really coming back to us now. We have a lot of momentum. Things just keep coming back to us. And, oh, wow, there's a new opportunity here. Customers lead us to new customers. Friends lead us to new opportunities in the community. I continue to think about, okay, how do we keep going and keep our farm, our little brand, relevant in the community? Because that's really important to maintain our social momentum so that people continue to think of us first when an opportunity comes around. So we're thinking about big picture stuff like that. And then I guess a big concern that I think about a lot is how do we keep our staff? We have got two core excellent people right now. And how do we keep them happy? How do we keep our communication honest so that when somebody says, yes, I'm happy, I actually know that they're happy? And how do they know that I'm actually happy and confident in their ability and reasons to be here? So it's a lot of psychological stuff, not so much oh dang, I hope we have water in the well today. It's not that problem in the same way that it might have been several years ago. In the overarching scheme of things, when I think about how do we keep good people, what is the world doing and stuff, I hear reports in the news, okay, this is a gig economy. Over 50% of the population within the next 2-5 years is going to be hodgepodging a lot of work together to make their livelihood. So how do I recognize those realities? How do I recognize that maybe the best person to work with me isn't available full time? And so how do I start building in simplicity, proceduralize the farm so that I can plug in the best possible people to work with when they're available? So trying to be more flexible on my end now that we have some structure set up. Another big picture objective for me is, how do I gear the farm through the right tools that help me grow the right selection of crops? How do I make those adjustments so that I can take the individual employee from being a laborer to a farm technician or a farm engineer, if you will? So how do I transition the farm from being, I'm digging potatoes by hand, to I have an elite small crew who are operating the best, most specific mechanically assisted tools to get as much possible work done while maintaining that high level of quality that we're known for, which was achieved by doing it on the hand scale. It's a really exciting problem to start looking at. So that it's a fun problem.
Does that problem then require a certain growth trajectory where the farm obviously has to be producing more and more income to get to that stage, because any sort of larger mechanical investment or larger mechanical equipment is going to require investment, and then you also want to be continually paying the staff alongside of that. So do a lot of these visions of where you want to grow have to parallel alongside with growth of farm income to fuel this growth?
Probably. But to me, your question for me is more of an existential one, and it's why do we do what we do? And right now I'm interested in growing more produce and feeding more people. So I have simple motivations, and I'm willing, given that I don't have anything better to do with my life, and given that I take a lot of pride, get a ton of satisfaction out of doing this, I want to see this thing grow as far as I can push it with the limits of my reality, with the limits of my available money, my family, my time, my know-how, my ability. There's a lot of restrictions on what I can do, but given my restrictions, yeah, I see no limits on my production. I see no limits on my income, except for the paradigm in which I operate. Yeah, specifically, I see no reason to stick to an acre. I see no reason to stick to 5. I think we do whatever we want to do, whatever seems like. A side note is, I guess, yeah, we want to grow our business, and what we do every day is we try to take as many conservative risks as possible, very small gambles that hopefully will pay off. Little gambles frequently for small returns frequently. And so letting things go one day at a time, letting people say, guys, I'm going to throw you at, this year we haven't used collinear hose. We haven't cultivated with collinear hose very much, where in the last year we did it almost every day. We've switched things up and we don't use them anymore. But for what we're doing in one space in the wintertime, we need to use collinear hose again, but these guys haven't used them before. So I'm like, this is how you hold it. This is how you use it. I trust you guys. And other areas of the farm, you obviously know that this is the crop, this is the dirt, this is the weeds. Go for it. And I don't have to go look. It's fine, because we trust each other, and we know how to we know how to communicate. We understand the nomenclature of our farm, so we're just on the same page now. So we're just letting it happen. It sounds unorganized, but so like it's not magic. Every day I'm planning for an hour before everybody gets here. Everybody has task sheets, to-do lists. It's super organized, but it's that structure that allows for a lot of freedom and individual problem solving.
If you enjoy this podcast, then be sure to check out Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, where you can get your daily dose of farm wisdom. Tune in every day to learn the latest tips, tricks, and stories from the world of farming. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just getting started, our podcast has something for everyone. Join us as we explore topics like farm business, crop planning, soil management, and tools and technology. Start your day off right with Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe today.